Big news across the country as President Joe Biden announces he is stepping out of the presidential race. Good evening and welcome. I'm David Bowden.
And I'm Morgan Martin. His decision comes after his poor performance during last month's debate.
And since the debate, there have been questions about the president's age, his cognitive ability, and his health. After announcing that he would no longer be running, he gave his vice president, Kamala Harris, his support as a new presidential nominee.
Fox 23's Fahima Pagmani starts our team coverage live in the newsroom. Fahima, you spoke with several people today about their thoughts now that President Biden is out of the race. What did they tell you?
That's right. I spoke with Democrats and Republicans, and they told me that the news was not surprising. They even said that this new move is going to breathe new life into the presidential race.
I wouldn't say I was pretty shocked, just looking over the news and what's going on and everything that's been happening. It kind of seemed like they were going to try to take him out or he was going to step out on his own.
I think it makes sense. You know, it's kind of been apparent for a while that his cognitive abilities were kind of falling off the rails.
I'm excited to have more options, for sure. I think that he was getting a little old, and I'm excited to see that he's going to retire. We definitely need more options, for sure. I'm excited to see what the new person might be.
And so I think Biden dropping out really made me excited because I'm very, proud and happy of the accomplishments he's made. But it's time to pass the torch, and hopefully we can get Democrats more energized and a lot more, energy and enthusiasm behind the new ticket that we didn't have before.
Those are just some of the reactions I got from voters on both sides of the party lines after they heard that President Joe Biden had dropped out of the presidential race. I did ask them about this. So how do you feel about him endorsing Vice President Kamala Harris?
I love Kamala. I've been a big fan of Kamala since the beginning. I think she has a bit of a bad rap with people not actually listening and paying attention to her. Also being, a black and Indian woman in the national spotlight. There are some racism and misogyny that does kind of feed in there.
He did endorse Kamala Harris. What do you think of that?
I would probably want a different option than her. I've just seen her speak, and I'm not really excited if that happens.
Some voters say they're still hopeful.
The first time we have a non-white woman at the top of the ticket, if she ends up becoming the party's nominee. And, back in 2008, people were like, Barack Obama, a black man, can't win. And look where we are now. He had 2 consecutive presidencies. So I'm really excited, and I think that Democrats hopefully get a lot more energy and enthusiasm.
While other voters feel there really is no winning in this situation.
I'm actually a registered Republican. I tend to lean more towards middle politics, but for right now, the Republican Party does not have my vote with their candidate, yes.
That's a great question. I don't know. It feels like a disaster of an election to me, honestly.
All of them told me, regardless of who is in the race, they're going to vote in November. Covering news that matters, I'm Fahima Pagmani, Fox 23 News.